already hump day.
Already.
How'd that happen? It was just Monday, but it was really Tuesday. Welcome to Fired Up Live with your host, Rich Malachi. And if it's your first time here, welcome. If it's your last time here, don't let the door hit you.
We don't want it to be people's last time here.
Sorry. I'm just kidding. So we're fired up. We're fired up on a Wednesday. We got the Flames behind me. We have Fed to the future. Where are we going? And of course, FEDDCON. So we're going to continue to talk about this. You're going to be seeing different things here throughout the next 11 months as we approach April 2022, when I'm going to see you all in Arizona. And we are going to have some really, really game-changing things going on for a digital marketing and branding conference, the only one in the food equipment industry. And it's hyper-focused on branding and digital and how we can solve problems, find solutions collectively as an industry. There's so many reasons to be a part of it. And I can't wait to, over the next 6 months, 7 months, Lisa and I have a lot of work to do.
So much work.
But when we bring you the Fed membership, it's going to come with a lot. It's going to come with a lot. We're going to make sure that when we launch this, it's going to be very legit. And yes.
Ray says fired up for the conference.
Oh yeah, Ray. Ray, we are fired up, my brother. Fired up. I bleep myself. So, listen, there's a lot going on to be fired up about. There's a lot going on in the Fed group. Lisa and I were just chatting about what the hell we fired up about. And I'd say one of those things, I posted yesterday about complaining. We'll start there.
Sounds like a long list. Sounds like you're about to start complaining.
Yeah, I'm going to complain about this post that I was not complaining on, but I'm talking about complaining, and I didn't want to complain about it.
Now you're complaining about
now
the
I'm
post.
Complaining, and I can't find it now because I post 15,000 times a day.
Stop complaining about it.
I know. So here it is. Bad news for complainers. Nobody cares. Nobody's listening, and that really is the truth. Everyone's got their own problems, and as we're moving through our day, what does complaining solve, Lisa?
Really nothing, because I think that just takes away from reaching your ultimate goals.
It sucks the energy out of the room. And, let's talk about this from a leader's perspective. You wake up in the morning and you say, I'm a leader of a crew, of a company, of a team, of a couple of whatever. You're a leader. You're supposed to be a leader. And you are leading the day with complaints. And this could be something simple as being a leader and saying, hey, how was your weekend? Can't wait for the weekend. Can't wait for the weekend to get here. It's Monday, bro. It's Monday. Horrible weekend.
It's not a team attitude.
You're gonna put your team down in the dumps, and they're not gonna want to. Well, they're just not gonna produce like they should, or they could. You're sucking the life out of these people. If you want to be a leader, you gotta suffocate the complaints out of your vocabulary. And listen, I'm not gonna say I'm not guilty of it from time to time because I'm human. I'm not saying that you can't, vent and do different things like that nature, because we are human and we do have our moments, but we can't let those moments define us. We have to keep moving. So I have days where, sometimes I can't get out of my own way, Lisa. There are days.
I think that there's a time, a place, and a person to vent to, though.
True. That's true too. I come in here and I give it to Lisa. She absorbs it all. Brutal.
I am the resident therapist here at Malachi.
Yeah.
Not just for Rich, for the whole team.
Yeah, that's true. If you guys would like to sit down with Lisa and tell her all your troubles, we could schedule a Zoom or in-person meeting. And it will be only $250 an hour.
Damn. That's actually the going rate, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, for a therapist.
Wow. Yeah.
On point.
So yeah, but we're humans, okay? I'm not saying that I'm not guilty, because don't let this social media thing fool you. We put out what we want you to see. So just like everybody else, I'm not going to share with you my down moments. Well, sometimes I will. But there's hyper personal moments, and there's things that go on that don't need to be seen and shouldn't be seen. Yeah. So the complaining, I said, if you're complaining to others around you, trust you are building a reputation for yourself. Do you want that reputation as a leader, or do you want my door is always open kind of leader? Because that's what I try to have here, and I feel like I've built up that over the last few years, since really truly taking over here. That my door is always open kind of mentality, and people do reach out to me, so I feel like it's working. Maybe not everybody does, but the door is always open for conversation here. There's nothing that's off the table. If you have a thought, if you have an idea, if you have a feeling, if you have an emotion about something, we should talk about it. And I want you to know my door's open as that leader, because we could solve anything together. There's nothing that we can't figure out. And so I went on to say, I know it's not easy for our employees daily. So we're in the service side of the business. I know it's not easy. And I go on to say here, how can it be? We are in the business of service. That means people are unhappy when they call us for a number of reasons, like loss in revenue because a piece of equipment is down, slowing down their own employees' production, and they know an invoice is coming. And the bottom line, they're experiencing loss in revenue and downtime. That's the bottom line. They don't call me and, like I said, they're not calling guys like me and saying, hey, Rich, my ovens are great. My fryers are great. Walk-in temperatures are perfect. How's your day going? Nobody calls me to say, how are you? And my equipment's great. So our team here is consistently dealing with people that are unhappy, angry, a little sad, a little mad, a little bit of everything going on. And we often find ourselves, I hear sometimes like, oh my God, why is this person so nasty? Because their back's up against a wall. And I have to sometimes reel them in and help them. And understanding, I was in that service manager seat for a long time, and I probably said a lot of those things. Why are you so nasty? We're here to help you. Because their back's up against the wall. They might have to 86 an item off the menu. Especially now when the world is opening back up, Lisa, we don't want to take stuff off the menu.
Definitely not.
We want to sell everything on that menu right now. And I can tell you that the world is opening up. Talking to one of our manufacturer partners this morning, this guy's selling 10 combis. This one sold 4 combis. This one sold 6 combis. Rich, when can you go and do this install? Because we have backup. I literally have 20 unassigned installations right now. That's not including the ones that are already scheduled.
Damn.
This all occurred in the last couple of weeks. So things are starting to blow up. We are getting 40, 50 new service calls a day here. We have 15 technicians.
Oh, man.
We have hundreds and hundreds of calls being scheduled out. So, being a leader means keeping everyone calm in this chaotic situations. And if I can be that calm in the middle of the storm, that's what I have to be at this point. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get it done. We have so many hours in a day. We have the same amount of hours as you. Everyone's got the same amount of hours. We just have to move through them properly. And we can't complain about, oh, there's more equipment coming in. I'm stuck. Let's be happy. Let's look at it this way. Be thankful we have equipment coming in, that people are putting their trust in us.
Yeah.
That we have this work coming through to bill out a customer that's going to be able to bill out his customers for the amazing food that they're going to produce. We get to pay you. You get to feed your family. You get to build your life, a career, because of the opportunities that are here. I know sometimes it's friggin' hot. Like we're taking in tractor trailer pulls up here. You got 15 quotes. You got this going on, and now we got 6 pallets we got to bring in. Now the day stops. Especially when you don't have I don't have 10 people in a warehouse here. Now, are we going to look to hire? Absolutely. We're probably going to hire because we are experiencing growth, and we've been experiencing growth even through the pandemic. But, even from the technician's perspective, my God, my heart goes out to you guys from forever, from being here with my dad since 99, like being out there myself early on, 19, 20, 21, 22 with the guys and coming in the office and seeing both sides. It's treacherous out there. But when you're a technician, especially when you're a senior guy and you've been at it for a long time, you can say you're a senior tech, but if your actions don't back up your words, you're not. You have to back up what you say you are. You're a leader. There's guys that have been here a long time. I'll call him out right now. Dave Eckert, if he's happened to see this or the replay, that dude's just a leader. He don't complain. He's in every day. If there's another call at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, he says, send it to me. We got to take care of the customer. And the guy makes a great living, and he should make a great living because he's leading. He's leading the way, and he's taking phone calls from the younger guys, and he's assisting other senior guys that might need help. I reach out to him and look to him for his leadership on certain situations when I'm like, I need somebody else's opinion on what's going on here. Like, hey, Dave, can you walk me through what you would do on this situation with this customer and blah, 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 because I'd like to get his perspective. There's no complaining in his vocabulary.
I witnessed other techs calling him for assistance just to pick his brain.
Exactly.
He is a gold collar. He has a gold collar.
Yes, and gold collar is exactly that. There can't be complaining in the day, or you're just not a leader, flat out. Bottom line, leaders there to get things done. We don't overanalyze. We don't get angry. We don't point fingers. We find solutions. That's what you are as a leader. You're there to be the calm in the storm and to find solutions for your team. And that's it. So that was my post yesterday.
That reminds me of that post that I sent you from that movie 7 Pounds with Will Smith, where he was in the interview and he was saying that if he doesn't have the answers, it's not like he's going to complain about it. He's just going to find someone else who has the answer.
Exactly. and that's true. And when you look at Fed Nation, you know, the who's, and even Taz, when Taz and I sat down in the pandemic and we talked, it's like, Taz, you always have the answer to everything. And Taz is like, no, I don't always have the answer, but I always know someone who does.
Exactly.
So even though we might, listen, a lot of times Taz might have the answer. Same thing with me. I might have, but that's why I said I'll reach out to Dave. I'll reach out to a Roger Schmelzer. I'll reach out to a Josh Solomon. I'll reach out to different guys or gals and say, hey, what would you do? What do I do? Can you put me in the right direction? We don't always have the answer, but we know someone who has the answer. And that really is a big thing with Fed Nation, and kind of a segue into the other piece of this puzzle for this Fired Up. And it's something I think that we're going to want to talk about at FEDDCON, which kind of ties everything together, about building an obsessive community.
Amen.
Building an obsessive community. You know, we're in the food equipment industry. Who the hell knows what the food equipment industry is? I guarantee you, I have videos that I've gone out to Rutgers campuses and asked people what it is, and nobody knew.
Nope.
They don't know what exists. And I mentioned this before. One guy said, you know what the food equipment industry is? So you mean utensils? Yeah, spoons. We fix spoons.
You make spoons, use them. I use spoons a lot.
Yeah, forks, knives, yeah. But it's not at the top of anyone's list. It's not in their field of vision. And that is kind of a big piece of what Fed Nation is. That's what we're going to build as a media company. We're going to put this industry on the map like never before by working with an obsessive community that's being built.
Yeah.
And in that community, you have people from CFESA, you have people from NAFM, you have people from OFSI and FEDA and FCSI, and you have service companies and manufacturers and facilities managers and consultants, and you have people that are the food equipment industry. And listen, this has taken 4 years to build an online community that we've started here. And I started it thinking I want to build my brand and I want to build Malachy Parts and Service. What better way to do that than building a community around it?
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot of these things from Gary Vee, and I put forth the efforts that he told me I should, and it is paying off. And we're building an obsessive community. Fed Nation, people are out there screaming it in posts. I see it, and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm grateful, and it feels so good to see people getting together and doing business and talking. And it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get stronger. And, talking about building an obsessive community, we say, I'm sitting here right now saying, damn, I need more technicians. I just talked to another service agent that I'm friendly with, and I'd be talking. He's like, hey, dude, you got any technicians to send me? And I'm like, I wish. I'm like, can I get some from you? He's like, oh man, I'm dying here because the world is opening and we need help. But how do we get these technicians? So listen, I'm waiting to hear back from Lincoln Tech. I'm gonna hopefully go talk to their Union campus, and I'm probably gonna get 2 hires out of it if I can. as young men or women that are looking to become PM and installation techs and kind of learn and work their way up. And I think we have a good training program here. Connor and Jamad, I mean, guys that started here a few years ago on their own van, junior techs, doing their thing, making money, no debt. Jamad's out on his own, living on his own.
Love it.
He's all grown up. I mean,
he's all grown up before I even was able to grow up.
He's doing it, and that's what this industry is about. I mean, people need to understand the rewarding pieces of it, and it's not just about the monetary gain. I mean, of course, that's a big piece of the puzzle because we have families and bills to pay, but there's so many other things that come with it. And when you build an obsessive community like Fed Nation, how do we go viral? Back at that dinner in Chicago in May in 2019, where the birth of FEDDCon came to. Rich, how do we go viral? Through an obsessive community that is ready to engage online. And not just post. You got to engage, and we got to talk to each other, and we got to build each other up, and we got to collaborate. And you got to come on my live, and I got to go on your live, and we got to get really friggin' loud, so we could find those technicians. And it's not just technicians. There's a lot of amazing opportunities outside of just being a tech. Maybe you start as a technician, and 10 years, all of a sudden, you want to be a service manager. We need service managers. We need operations managers. We need parts managers. We need warehouse. We need PM and we need maintenance techs, installation techs. There's so many different pieces, and you can navigate and grow in this industry. I don't think any person in this industry, whether no matter how long you've been here, it's not a dead end. There's no dead ends here. You can just keep maneuvering and growing and building, and that's one of the amazing pieces of the puzzle to this industry that needs to be shared. There's so many ways you can go. There's no one-way streets here. So building an obsessive community is something we're going to talk about at FEDDCON. Who's going to talk about that? That remains to be seen.
And I kind of just want to mention that if the engagement part of social media, like you are already on social media, like you're already scrolling through the feeds. We see you. We see that we hear about all these people seeing our posts and everything like that. But just press the like button. Say something.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because I talk to people sometimes, that'll DM me out of nowhere, or happen to jump on a phone call with them for whatever reason. By the way, man, been watching you, man. I love what you're doing. And I'm like, oh wow, I didn't even realize. Thank you. I didn't know you were seeing anything. Thank you. So, by the way, I say, hey, Larry, Joe, Phil, whatever, whoever I'm talking to, how about throwing that like up and engaging in some of those conversations? Let's talk.
You never know what you'll learn out of that conversation.
And you never know who you'll meet.
Or
I can't tell you how many times I've participated in other people's posts, and all of a sudden connections have happened.
Yeah.
And now we're talking, and you just don't know where these connections are going to take you. You never know how you could help each other. It's all part of the process when you're building up your media channels. And listen, I say you need to start building your own obsessive communities, and whatever that might look like for you. Look at Jason Wange, my homie.
Yes.
During the pandemic, we had a couple of conversations prior to him starting. And he built the Food Service Power Plant Network.
And it's such a positive group. It's such a positive place.
Yeah, it's super positive. And there's industry people in there, and he's doing weekly lives, and he's getting people talking. And he started the community. That's an obsessive community.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. He started it during. It's not even. I don't think it's if Jason. It might be a year. Barely a year, and he's already got people rocking in that as an obsessive community. Think about that. Think about that as you go into your day, where you say, I don't need social media. I don't need to worry about this. I don't need to put a strategy together. I don't need to put content out. I don't need to engage. I've been doing this for 20 years and 30 years and 40 years, and I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Well, continue doing what you're doing. I'll continue doing what I'm doing, and if you're in my market, good luck.
we'll see where we are in 2 years, not even 10 years.
Gary says too. He'll say something like this: "You do what you're gonna do. I'll do what I'm gonna do because people are telling me, oh, you're wrong. You're not doing." And in 50 years, I'll see you at the finish line, and we'll see who was right.
Yeah, exactly. But I really don't think it would be 50 years. Technology moves very quickly right now.
Oh, yeah. Things are changing. Things are changing dramatically, very fast. And so, ladies and gentlemen, stop complaining. Suffocate the complaints and the excuses. Lead the day with positivity and solutions. And obsessive communities. Community is king. Community is king. So shout out to Fed Nation. To all the men and women, appreciate you very much. We're doing some really cool things over there. Some beautiful, beautiful souls. Really engaging members and posting. So thank you to all the people in FEDDCON. We ended with FEDDCON chat. So get ready. Yes.
Wait. Before that, I just want to bring this back up.
Oh, yeah, perfect. So we are going to be in Charlotte for RIFMA. If you're going to be in Charlotte for RIFMA, there is an event right now posted in the Food Equipment Digital Disruptor group on Facebook, Fed Nation. So there it is. You're going to go to the Fed meet up at RIFMA June 22nd. What does that mean? That means Fed Nation is going to get together and have some barbecue. And I believe there's already 8 people confirmed that are going.
Yeah.
And listen, this is not a sponsored or free event. So just keep that in mind. But we will be bringing some
T-shirts,
limited edition tees.
Yeah.
For the people that show up. And it's going to be a great way to just sit down, casually and just hang out and talk. And this is how acquaintances become friends, and friends, these relationships that we build into these friendships. The who's who, right? The who do you know, and then all of a sudden now you know this guy, and you know this girl, and they know you, and business can thrive and build and grow through these relationships. So it's win. Plus barbecue.
And Taz says Walmart is coming with 4. And I was literally about to mention that I'm really excited to meet everyone in the food equipment industry, especially being new to this industry. And this is finally an in-person event that we're going to get to go to. The first one since pandemic, right? Since the last conference I went to for me was RIFMA Denver. Wow,
March.
There you go.
And I'm starting back up with RIFMA Charlotte. So
hell yeah.
Very excited, ladies and gentlemen. And
yeah, I'm very excited to meet you all as well.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're gonna slow this fired up down. We have a lot to do today. I got a lot to get going. And FEDDCON. Stay tuned. I know. Stay tuned. Everything's coming. Listen, I told you before Memorial Day we'd have an announcement. We did that. Now we have the month of June. We're going to get some things together. Sponsorship packages. We're going to get those together. We're going to get early bird ticket sales, VIP tickets. What does this all look like? What do you get? The FEDDGroup.com will be launched soon enough. We have time. Let's be patient. We have time. I'm not going to get crazy. We're working on it. It's all being worked on. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. You're going to want to be in the room. And the region leaders, Josh Zolan, Taz Sutherland, these guys will be in touch with you. They'll be talking. Any questions you have, they'll be in the know. I'll be in the know. You have plenty of people to ask. You need Lisa. Lisa's here. So we're gonna be putting FEDDCON on the map, Fed Nation on the map, and the food equipment industry on the map come April 2022. Wednesday, fired up. It's about to go down. I'll see you in Arizona. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Stay fired up. See you mañana.